The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Sun Tzu's words penned centuries ago resonate with a chilling prescience in our modern world. While the clang of swords and the roar of cannons may seem like relics of a bygone era, a new form of conflict has taken center stage. A financial war waged in the silent chambers of central banks and the bustling exchanges of Wall Street and beyond. The battle lines are drawn not with trenches and barbed wire, but with currencies, commodities, and the intricate networks of global finance. At the heart of this struggle lie two titans, the United States, long the reigning hegemon of the global financial order, and China, the rising economic powerhouse determined to claim its place on the world stage. The weapon of choice? Not missiles or drones, but the very lifeblood of commerce money itself. The stakes in this high-stakes game of financial chess could not be higher. The victor will not only dictate the terms of global trade and investment, but also wield immense geopolitical influence, shaping the destiny of nations and the lives of billions. The United States dollar's reign as the world's reserve currency is a tale deeply intertwined with the rise of American power on the global stage. Its roots can be traced back to the aftermath of World War II, a time when the world, weary from conflict, sought to rebuild from the ashes. From this crucible of destruction emerged the Bretton Woods Agreement of 1944, a landmark accord that established a new global monetary order with the United States dollar at its core. Pegged to gold and backed by a robust American economy, the dollar quickly became the linchpin of international trade and finance. The petrodollar system, established in the 1970s, further solidified the greenback's dominance, linking the currency to the globally traded commodity of oil. This confluence of economic and geopolitical factors granted the United States unparalleled financial leverage. The ability to print the world's reserve currency has allowed the United States to finance its massive deficits with relative ease, while also affording it the power to impose economic sanctions and influence global markets. This power, however, has not gone unnoticed. Leaked documents from the International Monetary Fund, a key institution of the Western-led financial order, reveal growing concerns about the United States leveraging its dollar dominance for economic and political gain. These documents also highlight the rise of China as a potential challenger to the existing financial hierarchy. China, with its meteoric economic ascent over the past few decades, has emerged as a formidable force in the global financial arena, increasingly challenging the long-held dominance of the United States dollar. Beijing's strategy is multifaceted, marked by a calculated blend of economic maneuvering and strategic partnerships aimed at chipping away at the dollar's supremacy and establishing a new financial order more favorable to its interests. One of China's key tactics has been the relentless accumulation of gold reserves, a traditional safe haven asset often seen as a hedge against currency fluctuations. By amassing vast quantities of the precious metal, China is effectively bolstering the backing of its own currency, the yuan, while simultaneously diminishing the relative influence of the dollar. Beyond gold, China has also made significant strides in the realm of digital currencies, launching the digital yuan, a central bank digital currency designed to operate independently of the Western-dominated financial system. This move has the potential to revolutionize global payments and reduce reliance on the United States-controlled SWIFT system, a key artery of the current financial order. But perhaps China's most audacious move has been its concerted effort to forge strategic alliances with other emerging economies, particularly through the BRICS grouping: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. By fostering closer economic ties with these nations and promoting the use of the yuan in bilateral trade, China is actively working to create a parallel financial system that operates outside the traditional dollar-centric framework. Leaked documents from the People's Bank of China reveal a clear and ambitious plan to diminish the dollar's influence and transition towards a multipolar financial system. These documents outline a timeline that aims to see the yuan become a major global reserve currency by 2030, a goal that, if achieved, would have profound implications for the global balance of power. Section 4. BRICS, a new dawn. The BRICS alliance, a coalition of emerging economies comprising Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, has emerged as a potential counterweight to the Western-dominated financial order. United by their shared desire for a more multipolar world, these nations are actively exploring ways to reduce their reliance on the US dollar and create a more equitable and representative global financial system. Central to the BRICS strategy is the exploration of a new reserve currency, potentially backed by a basket of commodities or gold, that would facilitate trade and investment between member states outside the traditional dollar-denominated channels. This move, if successful, would significantly undermine the U.S. quote, its ability to exert financial pressure through sanctions and other economic measures. Leaked notes from a recent BRICS summit reveal the urgency and seriousness with which these nations are pursuing this goal. The documents highlight the need for economic de-dollarization and outline plans to establish a BRICS-led development bank and a contingent reserve arrangement, mechanisms designed to provide financial stability and reduce reliance on the IMF and World Bank. The BRICS alliance, however, faces significant challenges: internal divisions, differing economic priorities, and the sheer scale of the task of overturning the entrenched dollar-based system present formidable obstacles. Despite these hurdles, the BRICS nations remain committed to their vision of a more multipolar world, one where financial power is more evenly distributed and less susceptible to the whims of a single dominant nation. Section 5, A World Divided. As the financial rivalry between the US and China intensifies, the global economy stands at a crossroads. The outcome of this struggle has the potential to reshape the geopolitical landscape, ushering in an era of either greater cooperation or increased fragmentation. One possible scenario is a continuation of the current trajectory, with the US dollar retaining its dominant position, albeit with a gradually diminishing share of global reserves as other currencies, particularly the yuan, gain traction. This scenario would likely see the US leveraging its existing financial influence to maintain its global hegemony, potentially leading to increased tensions and economic friction with China and its allies. Another possibility is the emergence of a bipolar financial system, with the US dollar and the Chinese yuan vying for dominance. In this scenario, the world would effectively be divided into two competing economic blocs, each with its own sphere of influence and financial institutions. Such a scenario could lead to a new Cold War, characterized by economic competition, technological rivalry, and geopolitical maneuvering. A third, and perhaps more optimistic scenario, envisions a multipolar financial order, where no single currency or bloc holds absolute sway. This scenario would likely see a greater diversity of reserve currencies, with regional and commodity-backed currencies playing a more prominent role in international trade and finance. This multipolar system, while potentially more stable and equitable, would require greater international cooperation and coordination, a prospect that remains uncertain in the current geopolitical climate. Section 6. Navigating the Financial Labyrinth. Amidst this complex and rapidly evolving financial landscape, individuals, businesses, and nations are left to navigate a labyrinth of uncertainty. The stakes are high, and the consequences of miscalculation could be severe. For individuals, diversifying savings and investments across multiple currencies, asset classes, and jurisdictions has become increasingly crucial. The days of relying solely on the US dollar or traditional banking systems may be numbered, as geopolitical risks and the rise of alternative financial instruments create new opportunities and challenges. Businesses operating in the global marketplace are also facing unprecedented complexities. Hedging against currency fluctuations, navigating shifting trade alliances, and ensuring access to diverse funding sources have become essential for survival and growth in this increasingly fragmented economic environment. For nations, particularly those seeking to chart an independent course in a world increasingly defined by great power competition, the need for economic resilience and strategic autonomy has never been greater. Reducing reliance on a single dominant currency, fostering domestic financial innovation, and strengthening regional trade partnerships are key pillars of this strategy. The current financial landscape, while fraught with uncertainty, also presents a unique opportunity for a fundamental reassessment of the global monetary system. The Bretton Woods era, with its emphasis on US hegemony and the dollar's dominance, is fading. The future, it seems, will be defined by those who can adapt to this changing reality and forge a new, more equitable and sustainable financial order. Section 7. The Future of Power. The ongoing financial struggle between the US and China is about far more than just economic dominance. It is a contest for global influence, a battle for the power to shape the rules of the game in the 21st century. The outcome of this struggle will have profound implications for the future of geopolitics, international relations, and the global balance of power. The rise of China, with its vast economic might and its determination to challenge the existing order, has ushered in an era of unprecedented uncertainty and transformation. The US, accustomed to its role as the world's sole superpower, now faces a formidable competitor, one that is increasingly willing and able to assert its own interests on the world stage. The future of power, it seems, will be defined by the ability to navigate this complex and rapidly evolving landscape. It will require a delicate balancing act, one that combines economic strength with diplomatic finesse, technological innovation with strategic foresight. The world is watching, holding its breath as these two titans circle each other, their every move carrying the weight of history and the promise of a future yet unwritten. Only time will tell who will emerge victorious in this high-stakes game of financial chess. But one thing is certain, the rules of the game have changed and the world will never be the same.